This segment is sponsored by Experian. Despite extensive research and many companies increasing their budgets, cybersecurity breaches are still on the rise. In fact, there have been more than 8,000 global data breaches in the first half of 2025, with approximately 345 million records exposed. Joining us now to tell us more is Michael Bremer from Experian. Thanks for joining us, Michael. Great to see you.
Thanks, Elena. Appreciate you having me.
Of course, those are a lot of breaches. Michael, what are the top predictions in the data breach industry forecast now?
Well, this is our 13th annual predictions, and 5 out of the 6 predictions involve AI. My favorite one is quantum computing combined with agentic AI. 2/3 of the organizations that we surveyed said that quantum computing is going to be the next big trend for 3 to 5 years out. And that combined with the fact that agentic AI is 99% faster than conventional computing technology, it's going to be a real problem for people with their encryption.
Yeah.
The second one I like is the now you see it, now you don't. And that one is polymorphic malware, which is a mutating malicious code. If you want to think of it like SARS-CoV from an electronic perspective, think of that. And then the last one that I would name is more real than real. If you remember Blade Runner from 2011, it's more human than human, and this is the creation of super synthetic IDs that can in fact evade detection.
Wow, it sounds a little scary, I'm not going to lie. Michael, how is AI having an impact on cybersecurity?
In 2026, AI is going to be more transformative than it ever has been. It's no longer a technology that's run in the background, but it's become front and center. And in fact, what we'll see is much more AI involved in cyber scams, data breaches, and infrastructure attacks because it's faster, it's more pervasive, and it's much harder to detect.
Got it. So we know the dangers. Now, how can businesses protect their data?
If I were a business, I would make sure I trust and verify all internal and external communications. I would make sure I had an employee-specific cybersecurity training plan so that they were up to date. I would make sure that we encrypt all of the devices and have VPN to use with technology. And then last but not least, have a practiced data breach response plan, because it's not a matter of if you're going to have a data breach, it's when, and they need to be prepared with a plan that was planned in advance.
Yeah, and consumers too. How can we plan? What should consumers do to protect themselves from identity theft and fraud?
Consumers should never click on any links or QR codes. They should always turn on two-factor authentication with all their devices, websites, and apps. They should use a password manager to be able to go ahead and create long and complex passwords as well as store them. I would also make sure that they only use websites that in fact have the HTTPS up in the URL, which is a secure socket layer. And then, of course, sign up for free identity theft protection from IdentityWorks at Experian.
Great tips. Michael, where can we go to learn more?
All of our predictions and all of our consumer tips are going to be at Experian.com/data breach, or ask Experian blogs for how to protect yourself, in fact, if you fall victim to a scam.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Michael. This has been great information.
Thanks, Elaine. I appreciate you having me.
Of course. For more information, go to Experian.com/data-breach.